Theo Butler. Yeah, man, Theo Butler is your Wakandan. Your Wakandan griot, Theo B. Is that what? Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, we here. We here. It is Tuesday. Hopefully you off. Hopefully you finna get off. Not like that. Get your mind out together. That ain't what I meant. No, I mean like you getting off work and everything like that. Hopefully it's a great day where you at. The weather is good. Ain't too hot. Ain't too cold. Everything is just right. You getting ready to get in your whip, your ride, and it's got some nice AC in it and everything like that. Yeah, yeah. They ain't got nothing to do with what this video about though. There we go. And I tell them it's in the building. I guess that means we all the way live. So yeah, yeah, yeah. They ain't got nothing to do with this video. I want to ask the quiet question out loud. I do. I do. What year is it? 2026? Yeah, it is. It is. You a Black Panther fan? Safe space. Safe space. Black Panther fan here. Black Panther fan there. Safe space. Safe space. Safe space. Safe space. I say it's 2026. Amen. Amen. Right. 60 years. 60 years. Ain't really had an ongoing monthly like that and everything like that. Just been popping up all over the daggone play. 60 years. That's a hell of an achievement, ain't it? Ain't it? As a Black Panther fan, you should be jumping up and down with joy. You should. You should. You should be like, yes. Yeah. You should. You should. You should. We not though. We not. We can't say that. We can't say that. Can't say that. We can't say that. 60 years. Number one black superhero, point blank period. That's what that is. That's what that is. And somewhere along the line between 2018, no, we're gonna go back to Captain America Civil War. Somewhere between 10 years, damn. I'm telling you, these names. My dog fell off in 10 years. That's crazy. In 10 years, somewhere between 2016 and 2026. The character whose 60th anniversary we're celebrating ain't even liked to a degree by some folks that are Black Panther fans. Like, that's crazy. Like, I just want to say this because I don't know if folks get this. It's Black Panther's 60th anniversary, right? The Black Panther whose 60th anniversary we're celebrating. See what I said? The Black Panther whose 60th anniversary it is T'Challa's. I know we might not, some of us might not like that, might feel some type of way. I'm a Shorty fan. Hey, Grand Madam, the Queen Mother has pulled up in the building. I'm a Shorty fan, but I got Shorty because of T'Challa. I did. Like, I don't get her without T'Challa. Don't. I like Eric Killmonger too. I do. I don't get him no without T'Challa. I don't. You know how y'all like M'Baku? Right. I like me some M'Baku. I do. I don't know how I wound up with 3 M'Baku action figures. I don't know how that happened. But we don't get M'Baku without T'Challa. And that dude been making it do what it's been doing for a minute now. It ain't got no ongoing monthly, to the point where, you know, some folks can get some stuff, like they can do some X-Files type stuff. Right. Some folks, they get to appear in different movies and everything like that. Some movies we don't know if they would have had them opportunities before, right? Amen. But how we don't like this dude. Now, mind you, I understand when folks say T'Challa fans are toxic. I get that. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand it. But your issue then would be with the fans. It wouldn't be with the character now, would it? I just, help me make some sense, because the character ain't doing nothing to you. You mad at the character about what the character of the fans doing? That's crazy. You don't want to be mad at the fans, because what you mad at the character about? No, for real. What you mad at the character about? I think that's a fair question. You mad at, I get why you mad at the fans. That's a whole different conversation, and I'm here for it. What's going on? Hold on. Let me put these reading goggles on and everything like that. 'Cause I'm blind in one eye. I can't see out the other. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do it. Run, turn the sound down and everything like that. There. Put it there. Let me do that and do this right here. Because I was raised with some man. What's going on, Suplex? I thought that was Suplex, but I wanted to make sure I saw that right. Suplex Dinner Club. Damn. That's what we're doing at the club. Having dinner and suplexing folks. That might not be bad. What's going on? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Grand Madam, Black Panther is in the building. What is going on? So yeah. When did we start? When did we? Because there's a movie coming out later on this year, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, and then you got Avengers Secret Wars coming out next year. And if you a Black Panther fan, should be regardless, because I know I'm a Batman fan.
No, don't be all me. I'm a gangster.
I'm a Batman fan. I'm a Batman fan. And I know for a fact, us as Batman fans, when we got Arkham, that video game, yeah, we was happy. And we got 4 video games. Yeah. We ain't have to, they kept that thing a buck. They said it's Bruce. Yeah, they ain't talking about doing all this. You know us as Batman animated fans, Batman comic book fans, Batman live action fans. It better be about Bruce. Yeah, we know everybody else didn't put that damn cowl on, but no, you better make this damn video game about Bruce. That's what you better do. And look at God, won't he do it? Won't he do it? We had fun. How many video games we got out there? We had so many Batman video games. Not a trilogy. We got 4 video games. Went all the way from the PS3 to the PS4. We was living La Vida Loca. Not we was. We is. We eating as Batman fans. Black Panther fans though. Come watch this. As Batman fans, ain't we celebrating right now? Right? Mattel then picked up the DC license. And what they giving us as Batman fans? A whole bunch of Batman, even gave us a Batmobile, didn't they? Didn't they give us a Batmobile? And how many of us, when they gave us that Hot Toys, Hot Wheel, Batwing and everything like that, wasn't we good? Wasn't we good? Come on, somebody, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We was good. We sitting up here though, as Black Panther fans. Our character's 60th anniversary, which we all should be able to rally behind. Come on now. What other black superhero been around that long? Amen. Amen. Right. We got an action figure commemorating the story that these next 2 movies based on. As Black Panther fans, we ain't even asking.
Oh, wait. I'm going.
How y'all doing this movie without our dog up in here?
Okay.
Like,
I'm fine. Okay, you hear me?
I ain't even heard us ask as Black Panther fans, so is Shorty gonna wield the Infinity Gauntlet? Because I know somebody's supposed to be wielding this Infinity Gauntlet, and it better not be nobody. We should be asking what's going on with the Infinity Gauntlet. As Black Panther fans, we should be looking at Steve Rogers like this. I don't think this your movie. I don't think this your movie. If Shooty's supposed to be doing some T'Challa stuff, I don't think this your movie. I don't. As Black Panther fans, we should be like, why we put so much shine, so much emphasis on Thor? That's Reed. That's Reed. What we talking about Thor Odin's son for? No, we talking Reed Richards. Yeah, I need, when he asking Vic, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I don't want to hear from Thor. I don't want to hear from Thor.
Oh.
As a Black Panther fan, I need me some Reed Richards. If Reed ain't gonna interact with T'Challa, okay, well, we got Shorty. See how I'm saying this as a Black Panther fan? We ain't mad. We mad at T'Challa though. Man, F T'Challa. It's just a mantle. Anybody can be Black Panther. I mean, I
say it, they don't mean it.
I get you.
Make
Yeah, I get you being mad at the fans and everything like that, but you ain't gonna respect your favorite character's legacy and lore, regardless. Like, didn't Shooty in the comic books have to go through the ritual? Yeah, okay, well damn it, that's what that is. Didn't she consume the organic heart-shaped herb? Yes, she did. Okay, well, we Black Panther fans. We picking and choosing between Black Panthers. Why is that what we doing? Is it we like all the Black Panthers, or we just don't like T'Challa?
Sound like they don't like T'Challa, baby.
I'm just asking questions. Is that what it is? We just don't like, because if that's what it is, that's fair. I just want to know what he did. And do not tell me that it's because the actor passed away. I'm sorry. That's 6 years ago. You went to go see Superman after Christopher Reeve passed 5 years. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And you ain't take no pause for the cause when Adam West passed away. I don't want to do that either. No, I don't want to do that either. And you still going to go see Fast and the Furious, even though Paul Walker is no longer amongst the living. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Don't. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. You got every reason up under the sun to just why. And you went to go see Captain America 4. You did. You went to go see Captain America 4 with Harrison Ford, and you knew exactly who Harrison Ford was not replacing. You knew he was recast. You know they recast the character he was playing, right? Right. You didn't say nothing. As a matter of fact, you got mad at me for not going. See how you got mad at the real person? You ain't get mad at Sam Wilson. You ain't get mad at Thunderbolt Ross. I would hope you didn't get mad at T'Challa, because I was the one that did it. But you got mad at me. I know quite a few of y'all got mad at me. I wasn't mad that you got mad at me. Hell, I told you I wasn't going. Told you I wasn't going. Told you why I wasn't going. I don't know what you thought was going to happen. I was going to change my mind. Stop it. Why we mad at that dude, though? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Black Panther say recast. Not tell him it's greeting Grand Madam. Not tell him says the readers there. T'Challa should be there too. Should be, huh? Should be. And watch this. I see I'm finna keep it a buck. If T'Challa ain't there, okay, well should he there? Should he there? All I'm saying is, Theo, go on say it. All I'm saying is this. Like I said, I play spades now, and I believe in bidding. Big Joker, little Joker. Yeah. I like that right there. Yeah. Okay, say should he there? Okay. Well, this battle at Secret Wars, it better come down to her, because I ain't getting the payoff I should have got as a Black Panther fan in Infinity War Endgame. Shooty was supposed to get into it with Proxima Midnight. I ain't get that. I got Shooty being tossed off the side of something being thrown from floor to floor by Corvus Glaive. I ain't give two damns about that as a Shooty fan. Well, okay, well, we ain't got T'Challa right here. Okay, well, I better see Shooty go solo with Vic by not Thor. That ain't the move. Not Cap. And I don't give a damn if it's evil Steve or if it's good Steve. I don't care. You got Shooty right there? Okay. I clearly ain't gonna get no king of the dead, no queen of the dead. Clearly I ain't got that. I don't know why. Cause folks, never mind. So this second movie. This second movie, oh, I'm a Black Panther fan. The second movie, I better see Shooty putting hands on Vic, giving Reed time to make it do what it's gonna do. Not Steve, not Thor. I said Shooty and Reed. I don't get me no Reed. I don't get me no Shooty. As a Black Panther fan, I'm gonna be pissed. because I'm a Black Panther fan. You see how I'm able to do this as a Black Panther fan, even with Shorty there. So that should tell you I like Shorty. Why we don't like T'Challa? This is when I be needing anti-recasters to come up. Why we don't like T'Challa? Back. Okay, we back. I'm gonna repeat this. When we say the quickest way to kill a man's legacy is to stop telling his story, well, if I stop telling T'Challa stories, what's the likelihood of us steadily talking about the actor that played him? Like, we got David Corey Sweat. Now, he's the new Clark Kent. You know, I have a harder time remembering his name than I do remembering George Reeves. Yeah, George Reeves, yeah, I still remember him. That wasn't even my Clark Kent. My Clark Kent was Christopher Reeve. That was my Clark Kent. And how many live action Clark Kents have I got since then? Because we steadily telling Clark Kent stories. Amen. Amen. We steadily keeping Clark Kent front and center. Right. Okay, all right. Do we really remember the greatness of Chadwick Boseman? Because all we talk about is him playing T'Challa. We don't talk about him doing nothing else. Because I'm pretty sure if we talk more about T'Challa, we would talk more about Chadwick Boseman, thus talk more about what Chadwick Boseman has accomplished. We don't think so? I just other than Chadwick Boseman portraying T'Challa, what has T'Challa done to deserve such vitriol from the Black Panther fan base? And yes, he does get vitriol from the Black Panther fan base. Not all, not most. Too many, far as I'm concerned, because I don't think Bruce get that type of vitriol. Tony Stark just became that type of dude. And everybody and their mama that's an Iron Man fan love Tony Stark. Womanizer, alcoholic, love narcissist. Love them some Tony Stark. Why we mad at this dude? Why we mad? I'm gonna come on back. I'm gonna come to these notes. Let me see here. Who's making the life rap? Shorty? Got to be. got to be. Got to be. It better not be nobody else. And mind you, Theo, go ahead. I don't expect to see. I expect to see her and more get into it. I expect to see her put a blade in Moore's chest. Show Liz, she better put the blade where it belongs. I don't care nothing about all that other stuff. She better put the blade where it belongs. We ain't got to get no Black Bolt. Somebody else can sub in for Black Bolt. We got more. Okay. We got more and we got Shorty. I need to see somebody putting the blade where it belongs. And I ain't talking about putting no Stormbreaker where it belongs. I ain't talking about putting no Shield where it belongs. No. I need to see Shorty put Skybreaker where it belongs. Because I'm a Black Panther fan. Good looking, I tell them. Good looking. They're not. Mr. Luke Cage says, I like that name, Mr. Luke Cage. Mr. Luke Cage says they're not Black Panther fans, they're MCU fans. I'm not a Black Panther fan unless it's T'Challa. I said it. With your whole chest, you did. Yes, you did. You said that with your whole chest. I ain't mad at that. But you know what? They say they Black Panther fans though, and it ain't for me to say that they not. But see, you see how you said you like T'Challa? Don't you like you some T'Chaka? Come on now. Don't you like you some Shorty? Yeah, you do. Don't you want to get a story with Nahonda in it? I know I do. I do. Do we feel like we could get us some more Mosi? Yeah. I would like them to tell us more about this whole King Zentra, the bereft. You know what I'm saying? how he became the bereft and everything. I would like to get that story. What about Queen Turkana? Yeah, because I'm a Black Panther fan. And all them characters we don't get unless we got who? T'Challa. we don't get none of ain't nobody trying to fill out no Panther tree unless we got T'Challa. So thankful. So thankful. Let me keep going here. Who said F T'Challa? Stop that, Black Panther. You on social media just like I am. Now tell him says, and everyone is about to watch season 2 of Ahsoka where Balin Skoll was recast. You know, I saw that. I heard that. You know, I'm kind of like my grandfather. I don't care nothing about that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I know y'all be like, oh, because they got what they got over there. And they wasn't talking, they wasn't checking for me and mine. I ain't heard not one Balin Skoll fan say, well, you know what? We got Balin Skoll, they should get T'Challa. I ain't hear no Thunderbolt Ross fans talking about we got Thunderbolt Ross, even though we got Betty Ross. They should get T'Challa back. I ain't heard that. I ain't heard that, but I feel what you're saying though. I feel what you're saying. I don't give two damns about Ahsoka. Jermaine is greeted by Grand Madam Tarot. Now tell him say it's more disrespectful to Chadwick to kill off all his hard work. Hey, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. But you know, hey, I've been wrong before, I'm gonna be wrong again. Let me keep going. Jermaine says, I love all the Black Panther, but for sure, if T'Challa in it, I ain't rocking with it. That's fair. That's like somebody expecting you to rock with the Bat family, but ain't no Bruce there. Somebody asking you to rock with the Spider-Man family, ain't no Peter there, right? Somebody asking you to rock with the Wonder Woman family, ain't no Diana Prince there. That is absolutely fair. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. I'm not, right? But then again, that's me. That's me. Like, are we really checking for Harry Potter without Harry Potter? Yeah, I like Ron. Hermione, I like them. I like the school, Gryffindor and everything like that. But is we really checking for that without Harry Potter? I ain't. Here we go. And my brothers and sisters that's in my age group, y'all gonna absolutely love this and y'all gonna fall out laughing when I say it. Fat Albert. We checking for Fat Albert without Fat Albert? It's called Fat Albert. What we doing? Yeah, Fat Albert then probably had some kids and everything like that, but it's Fat Albert. We trying to see Fat Albert. I don't know what we doing. Martin. We trying to watch Martin without Martin? Yeah, we know he married to Gina. We can get some episodes without Gina, but it's called Martin. We tuning in and Martin ain't there? No, we're not. We even when it comes to the Varnell Hill show, shout out to Tommy Davidson, brother. I'm happy for you, big dog. I'm truly happy for you. You deserve that. Shout out to you, Martin. I would like to see some of the old cast back from Martin, especially considering that Varnell Hill 2 episodes, Gina, Pam, and Cole. Right. Shout out to the late great Tommy. You damn bro. You. I think it's Thomas Michael Ford. You left too soon, in my opinion. But then again, once again, I could be wrong. But once again, bro, shout out to you. Congratulations to you. But yeah, even with the Varnell Hill show, we still looking for Martin. Even on Buckmeister's YouTube channel, we looking for Buck. My brother, Daryl, D Real, right? What's the Friday night vibe? And he ain't there. Well, come on, his name is right there in the damn title. What we do? Let me keep going. Buckmeister's pulled up in the building. Y'all give it up to him. Grand Madam says it makes no sense to have a Black Panther movie without T'Challa. That's like a Superman movie without Superman. MCU thinks we'll accept anything. Then some. Grand Madam, let me tell you how right you are.
Keep freezing on me.
Flashpoint, which has it's that movie has so many parallels to it. It's ridiculous because we got the first look at Ezra Miller. He still got a job. They ain't being vilified by nobody, huh? That's crazy. Anyway, in that movie, we got Supergirl. Every Flashpoint fan, every Flash fan, we sat up there like, oh no, 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 hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Now, y'all already got the Kryptonians subbing in for the Amazons and the Atlanteans. We gonna let that slide. We gonna let that slide. But why you can't give us a Superman? He ain't even got to be jacked up. He ain't jacked up in the story. You could have gave us no shame, no shame. You could have gave us Grant Gustin as Superman in that damn movie. It would have made all the damn sense in the world. Who is though? There was no Superman fan going for that. Wasn't no Flash fan going for that. Okay, that movie was called Flashpoint. And while we could appreciate getting Michael Keaton in as Batman, wasn't nobody trying to hear that. Hold on, y'all.
I cannot eat Dr. Seuss. He's not good. Oh, Lord. Really? It don't matter. I get that. I just don't like the food.
Well, I think the color is just everything is in there. I don't think it's because when I go to the bathroom. We back.
I told you to give me a kiss.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. I good now.
We back. You had to take a commercial break. We back. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep up with these notes and everything like that. Y'all let me know where it went left. Cause in just 10 years, T'Challa fell off. That's crazy. In 10 years, he fell off in ways he'd never fallen off before. He fell off in the past 10 years in ways he's never fallen off, even though he has never had a consistent monthly title. That's crazy. Y'all help me out with that one. I'm trying to figure that one out. Grand Madam is Greek Buckmeister. How about Grand Madam Tarot without Grand Madam? Yeah, that ain't working. That ain't working, Grand Madam. If we gonna tune in to Grand Madam Tarot, it is no Grand Madam Tarot.
What Brandon said?
She said, "How about Grand Madam Tarot without the Grand Madam?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all."
That's gonna work.
Oh, Meister said,
Because she the green.
people losing it over Hal in the Lanterns, but people confused about how we feel on T'Challa. Here's the thing: why I ain't touched Lantern is because we don't know if Hal is really dead. Like that, because James Gunn ain't acting like he runs stuff the way somebody else does. We don't know if Hal is gonna stay dead. We don't know that. Folks tripping on really episode 1. We finna lose it on episode 1. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? Before we lose it on episode 1 and say he ain't ever coming back, we might want to look at the actor, follow the actor, discussions between him and James Gunn, and see if that's an actual fact that he's done after this series. And even then, that don't mean nothing. So I think, as far as the story, I like the plot point and everything like that. I have my own questions because it's be like, well, he's missing his Green Lantern ring. Okay, well, who took it? Because I'm a Green Lantern fan. We ain't gonna act like this. So did somebody delete him while he had that ring on? And where's the ring? in the comic book. But even if he ain't wearing that ring is still linked to him. He ain't got to be wearing the ring for the ring to be linked to him. He ain't got to be wearing that ring for that ring to operate. He don't. He can actually operate that ring without having it on. That ring is gonna know when he done. When he done, that ring would have went to somebody else. So who took the ring? Now that's my question I'm looking at, because for you to take the ring had to go with you willingly. Whether the ring had power, no. And the only folks that I know that can get the ring off a Green Lantern is a Guardian. It ain't gonna be no Manhunter. It ain't gonna be no Sinestro. The only way we making this about Sinestro was Sinestro could get the ring, and we gonna be playing around with Green Lantern lore to a degree, is if that ring belonged to Sinestro first. If that ring belonged to Sinestro first, then yeah, I can see that ring going back to Sinestro. But if Sinestro, but then again, Sinestro using a pew-pew, that ain't his MO. Him using a pew-pew is not his MO. So we definitely looking at somebody who, while they might be extraterrestrial, is operating like a human. There we go. Let me see here. What's good? Kamoyo King, my brother from another, the president of the Black Panther fan group, is pulled up. Flashpoint gave you 3 Bruce Wayne Batmans in one movie, didn't it though? Kind of gave you Spider-Man, Far From Home, Away From Home, Never Going Home vibes before we got, yeah. Jermaine Suplee, did we even get a proper anniversary comic book? No. No, not in my opinion. Now, that's just my opinion. But then again, everybody got one. I could be wrong. Let me see. Meister says, but that's my point, Ella. If they ever tried to make that permanent, people would be at Gunn's house. Yeah. And we know that, and folks don't need to act like that. Folks was mad at James Gunn in regards to Peacemaker season 2. Folks was mad at James Gunn in regards to Superman, right? So we don't go on all, like, because we all be over there on X and we didn't read them comments. So you're absolutely right. Hal getting off like that straight up wrong. And that's why I don't think it's real. Like, I don't believe he gone. Like, this is shock value. Like, this is shock value. So, it being the story serves a purpose and everything like that. We bring the character back. I like to say, I don't believe Hal is gone. That would be a wow moment for me. I don't believe that. And as they said, the ring can resurrect you. So we're gonna see what we're gonna get. They aren't setting up Parallax, are they? I don't know how we set up Parallax with a deceased. I don't know how we do Parallax with a deceased Hal. That's not gonna work. Now, what we could get. You say Hal deceased? All right. You know what? That's not a first. But now, when Hal was deceased in the comic books, right? What happened to Hal? Now, this would be a wild moment, because I would not see James Gunn doing this, but Jim Corrigan, his alter ego, the Spectre. Ain't Hal Jordan been the Spectre before? I ain't asking, I'm just asking. Let me see. Like Cat Williams said, people don't lose the superheroes, so I doubt Hal died. Yeah, I don't. Hey, it's too much lore you can set up with Hal. It might be something where they recast the character, bring in a younger actor. But no, I don't see that. I don't. Like I said, what's going on with your comments? I don't know, Graham Adam. Okay, who's the Joker playing with my greeting? Parallax now is dumb in my opinion. This is first live action Hal since Reynolds. Yeah, so I know Manhunters can and I'm gonna spin the block, come back to T'Challa, but I know Manhunters can absorb the green energy out of a power ring. They can. I'm still not knowing about this. You still got the power ring. Now, if I remember my Legion lore, back when we the Tale of the Three Legions and everything like that, if I'm not mistaken, I forget who it was, who was the last Green Lantern in the future. He took on the Fatal Five, got deleted. The Green Lantern ring went back to Oa, well, Mogo, and because Mogo was deleted, the ring went back to Mogo, and the ring died right there. The ring died right there. So sometimes it sounds like I'm a Green Lantern fan. Keep it up. They set up that the aliens could pass as humans and lanterns. Big up to everyone. Yeah, they did. I don't know that unless the aliens are conducting themselves like humans by using human firearms, because they said Hal had unless they got it wrong, Hal had a projectile wound to the head. So I know the aliens can change themselves as humans, but are they gonna do human stuff? So I don't know. You might have to give me a lantern reading list. I be telling people, I be like, I don't want to act like that, but if you read comics, I read comics. Like, you remember some stories, I remember some stories. You might be surprised about the stuff that I didn't read, because I read a lot. Like, I've Casper the Friendly Ghost, Richie Rich, Little Orphan Annie, Archie's. I just realized the other day somebody had redid a Monkey song. I'm like, who did redid a song from the Monkeys and they tell me? No, we don't do that. Oh, let me see here. Nightella says the fact that we can talk about Hal and Green Lanterns is proof we are comic book fans along with being T'Challa fans. You would like to think that, wouldn't you? Saying you a Black Panther fan is almost like saying you don't read. You ain't gonna get no credit as a comic book. You say you're a Batman fan, that's something different. You say you're no, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. So getting back to the point of the matter, the heart of the matter, or as the dude that's locked up said, back to the hood of things. 12 play. Now tell him, I'm gonna say Meister says, I knew about the original Guardians before the movies, LOL, before Star-Lord and Gamora and Drax. And I wish we got the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my group, but hey, they made it work. James Gunn made it work. We actually saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 on TNT for free. Wasn't bad. James Gunn did the thing. That said, though, like I said back, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, when did Black Panther fans stop liking T'Challa? When they stop liking T'Challa, why they don't like T'Challa? Because I don't get this. I don't get this. And yeah, we gonna keep making it Black Panther. As long as we keep talking about Black Panther 3, as long as T'Challa and Toussaint and Black Panther keep trending, yeah, we're gonna get a heavy dose of these videos like this, right? So yeah, this ain't no, this is a safe space. You can pull up and tell me why you don't like T'Challa. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. No judging. No, we listen, but we don't judge. Is that body actually Hal? From what I've heard, yes, it is. The showrunners have confirmed that is Hal Jordan. I don't want to act like that. I did hear that somewhere. So from what I've been told, what I've learned, that is actually Hal Jordan. That is a great question, though. Black Panther fans like T'Challa, MCU fans don't. Do they? Because they swear they Black Panther fans, Kamoyo, and I don't want to divide, like, I don't want to, like, well, you can't be a Black Panther fan, you're an MCU fan. No, you can be. I just want to know why you don't like this dude. What is it about this dude you don't like? Because I think that's fair. No, you can. Tell me why you don't like this dude. Because we get it. What, T'Challa ain't do this, T'Challa ain't do that. all on social media. Now I'm not the one to go back and forth with folks on social media. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't got time. But saying it with your chest and everything like that, okay, tell me. Give me some stories, give me some comics I can reference and everything like that. You could absolutely be right for why you don't like this dude. For instance, we heard that this dude, whenever a certain character was written around him, that character was always more often than not, I'm not going to say always, more often than not portrayed as a victim. We've heard that on social media. We've heard a writer say that, and we've heard folks say that. But we always ask the question, where? We don't say it never happened. We say, where? You never get a story arc that can tell you how this character got mistreated, which is the damnedest thing, because you can sit up there as somebody who ain't saying they a fan of that character and recount certain story points. You be like, hold on. Well, I know when she was with the X-Men, she got, Vic tricked on her. He did. Like, she suffered big time from claustrophobia in that X-Men title. I forget who the artist was and everything like that, but they was in Castle Doom. The only way they got out is because Nightcrawler literally teleported blind as far as he could. So we don't want to act like that. Clearly we showing we comic book fan. Then we get to the, okay, I got John Ridley. Okay, well, Aurora then got captured by Vic again. That's not unusual. Vic then put the whole Fantastic Four on skates. We're not finna act like that. Victor Von Doom, that's a dude that usually requires a whole team, not just one superhero, regardless of who that superhero is. We know better than that. Okay, all right. Well, she definitely wasn't treating like that during David Lynch's run with T'Challa, Black Panther, Most Dangerous Man Alive. She saved T'Challa. Okay, well, she wasn't written like that with Jonathan Hickman. She was actually fighting alongside Sue Richards and Shorty, taking on, I want to make sure I get this right, on behalf of Baz. What's the dude's name? I didn't forget the god's name and everything like that. Anubis. She was taking on Anubis. So her and T'Challa was on good terms. We don't get to them having an issue until the very next place we see them. Avengers versus X-Men. And we don't know why we did that, because you don't even see them fight in that particular story. No, you got to go get the companion comics to see T'Challa and Aurora fight. Well, hold on for a second. That seems awfully convenient, because I remember it took Baz to okay them being married. She was in love with T'Challa. T'Challa was in love with Aurora. He couldn't marry them. He couldn't do that. No. Baz signed off on that. Okay, well, I ain't got no story. I ain't got no canon. Well, Baz then signed off on them not being husband and wife. You see how I just went in this whole list of being an Aurora fan? Speaking of Aurora fan, did we really leave Craig on the moon? I'm sorry, we really left Craig on Mars? We left that brother on Mars, and she ain't checked for that brother not time. She left that brother around a whole bunch of Omega level mutants that don't give two doggones about humans, and she ain't went and checked on that dude not one time. No email, no phone call, nothing. See how we fans of other characters? And they'll try and act like you don't keep up with that character. And you be like, no, I keep up with the character now. I do. So when you say stuff like that, I'm looking at you like, you better produce some receipts. So safe to say we got folks lying on that character. Do you know how bad it's got to be for a fictional character for real people to lie on them? I want to know why we don't like that character. Let me see here. Alien Hal could have been deleted by someone in the Minuteman group in the show. They used a gun on it? Because that's the whole thing that I'm looking at. We used a pew-pew on it. And how we know a pew-pew is going to work on an alien? You still got alien physiology, even though you didn't shapeshifted into a human. I'm not thinking a pew pew gonna do it. I could be wrong. I ain't writing this show. Appreciate you, KC. Appreciate you. Meister says he blames the director, the Black Panther directly, because he didn't do enough for T'Challa. Chad did the heavy lifting. That's fair. Can't say you right. Can't say you wrong. Just gonna say that's fair, because the director did do away with the character. And we do say the quickest way to kill a man's legacy is to stop telling his story. That's what we say. Well, if we stop telling T'Challa's story, are we not killing his legacy? And by way of killing his legacy, are we not nerfing, if not killing, the legacy of one Chadwick Boseman? Because like I said, as long as we talk about T'Challa, we're gonna always talk about Chadwick. I don't know where this whole thing came about with folks. Well, if a new actor get the role, you're gonna stop talking about the last actor. You don't do that. Like you don't do that. Do we not still talk about William Hurt? Every time we see a MCU movie, we're gonna think about William Hurt. I don't give a damn if they recast the Red Hulk again. You get the Red Hulk, you get Thunderbolt Ross. You know who you're gonna think about? The first dude that did it, William Hurt. What person that's in their 40s went to go see James Gunn's Superman and you forgot about Christopher Reeves? Who did that? Who went to go see James Gunn's Superman and didn't think about Christopher Reeve? Did you compare them? Did you say who did this better? Did you say I don't like this? Or did you just sit back and enjoy the movie? Stay right there. Because we keep Christopher Reeve front and center by way of Superman, whose son showed up in James Gunn's Superman as a reporter? That one was too easy. I'm going to ask that question again. Because we keep Superman front and center, thus keeping Christopher Reeve front and center, whose son showed up in James Gunn's Superman? Oh, Christopher Reeve son showed up in James Gunn's Superman. But because we keep Superman front and center, did we not release a Christopher Reeve biopic acknowledging him as Superman? I don't be wanting to do this because I'll be like, I literally could do this all day. I could. You're not gonna like it because you're gonna run out of excuses before I run out of answers. I literally could do this all day. Let me keep it going. You're right. Some of them don't like T'Challa. They like the idea of Wakanda without him. Why though? Because who likes Metropolis without Clark? They gave us a whole Gotham TV show that was, let's be clear, Jim Gordon was the main protagonist. Wasn't Bruce in it? Like, they just felt like they ain't gonna watch this without Bruce. So what make folk think you want to watch Wakanda without T'Challa? What and why do we have to watch Wakanda without T'Challa? I could be wrong, but it's been, I can remember there being at least 2 Black Panthers active in Wakanda at the same time. I can't say nothing about nobody. Ironically enough, it was the brother and sister. Wait a minute, I'm lying. This where my comic book knowledge finna come back. No. That would be the second time. We actually had Turkana and her father, King Nagus. I don't be wanting to do this. I don't be wanting to. Why me and mine, even in fiction, practicing the crabs in the barrel mentality? Because I can't even get Toussaint and Shooter. No, I got to tell Shooter to kick rocks to make way for Toussaint. We keep going. Jermaine said, okay, I got you. I got you, big dog. Kamoyo King said, no, I can't get with that. They ain't Black Panther fans. They are cosplaying. That's fair. Your assessment is fair based on the fact that I'm a Batman fan and I like them Batman characters. I don't just like Bruce. I don't just like Bruce. So your assessment of that is absolutely a fair one. Didn't Logan Falcon punch Aurora? He probably did. You know, Logan prone to Falcon punch quite a few people. I wouldn't put that past him. But I would have to research that though. I would have to research that. I ain't gonna lie. Anubis, appreciate that, Meister. Appreciate that. She left Craig just to end up in the room with old man. That's funny. That's funny. Jermaine says she left Craig just to end up in the room with a da 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 da. D. Steezer, the Rock with Me Nation moderator, is in the building. What is going on? Meister says people act like the new T'Challa actor. Toussaint. Oh, you just let me see. People act like the new T'Challa actor is gonna come up with a deneuralizer for Men in Black. I know, right? Like if you remember him, like if you I got Terry Bradshaw.
Hey, y'all two stop. No.
And I want to say before Terry Bradshaw, I got Hollywood Street Henderson. It was a brother. But I got Terry Bradshaw. I got Mark Malone.
Cut it out. Sick. Good girl.
I got Bubby Brister.
I said cut it out.
I got Cliff Stout. I got Neil O'Donnell. Tommy Maddox.
Hush.
Cordell Stewart. Ben Roethlisberger. And Aaron Rodgers. Charlie Batch been a backup. Right? We don't want to do that. Byron Leftwich been a backup. Right? Mason Rudolph has been a backup. Right? But my quarterback was the original TB12. Terry Bradshaw. 4 Super Bowls. You see how I done had all these quarterbacks come after Terry Bradshaw and ain't now one of them made me forget this damn dude? How many quarterbacks did I just name off? Appreciate that. Daniel came through with the 70 with the $20. Appreciate that, man. I just like, come on, man. What we doing? Like, how we sitting up here saying this and we folks making it. Somebody gotta tell me why we don't like this dude. Man, y'all give it up one time, man. He came through with the 20, man. That's big. That Daniel came through real big with that one. Good looking, Daniel. Good looking. Let me keep up with these notes. Let me see here. Oh man, good looking on that one. Let me see here. Stiesel is greeting Meister was greeting Stiesel. Let me see. Meister said they even tried to speed up Bruce's growth to make him Batman. He was like 15. Stay right there with Bruce. I'm a Batman fan. You know what we're never going to see? Now, we know what Talia al Ghul did. Damn. Good looking Buckmeister came through with the 35. I'm going to say it like this. Y'all remember? We got Damien. We got Damien. That's Talia and Bruce's son. That's Talia and Bruce's son. We got a story, an Elseworld story out there where Damien is grown and become Batman. It had to take on his dad and everything like that. We do have that Elseworld story. I actually bought that graphic novel. Great book. Great story, by the way. We think we ever gonna see Damien get aged up on any medium and be in a relationship with Selena? I'm just, as a Batman fan, we checking for that. We want that. We want Damien to be aged up and he starts sleeping with Selena. Because I know how we acted when they tried to say Bruce was smashing Barbara. We lost our mind. We're not doing that. That's nasty. That's filthy. That's disgusting. Think about that for a second. As Batman fans, we sat up there. They gave us that little thing in an animation. We were like, that's nasty. That's filthy. That's disgusting. And we gave quite a few reasons for it. We said, one, that's his best friend's daughter. what we doing. 2,
Oh, so that's what we at.
that's his Ward's love interest. What we doing as Batman fans, we all lost our collective itch, whether we were Batman video game fans, Batman live action fans, Batman animated fans, Batman comic book fans. And mind you, that took place in an animation. We all lost our cookies. They're like, hey, we bad. I fault. We did wrong on that one. You damn right. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Daniel said, I'm from the West Coast. I have to stand by Rice in Montana. They finally put Roger Craig in the hall, which was, but I don't know why that took so long. I remember them games. Mr. West Coast offense, let's just toss it to him out the backfield, little short, and let him go do what he gonna do with it. And cause he running upright, high knees and everything. Yeah, I don't know why that took so long. Jermaine said, let me hold something, Meister. One day, fam, I promise. We trying to get them. You know what? We gonna build. You know what? We gonna come together and we gonna build a Black Panther museum. The hell with the MCU. The hell with Marvel. They ain't gonna know what to put it in no damn way. Just like they got a Flash museum. Just like they got a Flash museum. I think the land is cheaper in Africa. We gonna all go to Africa one day and we gonna build a Black Panther Wakanda museum the way it's supposed to be built. That's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Marvel. I don't care what y'all got to say. You can profit off of it, but you ain't gonna have nothing to do with this. We don't like your interpretation of what's going on in Wakanda. That's that what it is. I threw up and it poisoned the whole killing joke for me. Cause we Batman fans. We wasn't feeling that. Stop putting perverse relationships out there. Let's see here. Kamoyo says Tucson and Aurora shippers need therapy. As a Black Panther fan, I would want my Black Panthers to have their own unique stories, because that's how we would grow the lore, the legacy of Black Panther, right? We need to get a story with Mamadou Fall. That's how we would grow the legacy, right? We don't need the Honda story through Mamadou Fall. We don't need Mosey's story told through Mamadou Fall. When you say they weird for shipping Aurora and Tucson together, I'm like, you say T'Challa should be deleted because the actor passed away. Okay, cool. Some of you will go above and beyond to tell people if they want T'Challa stories, go back to the comics. I don't have no problem with that. But then some of them same folks will take to social media and have nothing but disparaging comments to make about T'Challa, right? Easily replaceable. Anybody can be a Black Panther. It's just a mantle. Okay. All right. I might not agree with that, but that is what that is at the end of the day. You're entitled to feel how you feel. Why would you want T'Challa stories told through Tucson? That wouldn't make Tucson special. And the mindset that, well, T'Challa's dead, so it don't matter, that's a straw man argument. T'Challa stories should stay right there with T'Challa. If you want T'Challa's stories told through Tucson, that makes Tucson a fraud. That don't make him relevant. No, actually, that makes him irrelevant. Because what's so unique about Tucson if all we're getting are T'Challa stories through Tucson? Hell, we could have got them with, say it with me, T'Challa. And many of us can go back and get them stories with T'Challa, because it's one of y'all like to say, y'all want T'Challa stories, go back to the comic books. Okay.
What?
That's not how Harley Quinn became relevant, though. Harley Quinn didn't become relevant just retelling Joker stories through her. That's not how she became relevant. But you like it, I love it. Let me see here. That's a good example. Let me see. D. Steezel says, hated that. The rest of that adaptation was great too. It was. The rest of it, absolutely. And I like the way you compartmentalize, because folks act like we can't do that, where we're able to point out one thing but still enjoy the rest of it. Good looking, Steezel. Let's see. Jermaine says that's a good example with aging up Damien to be with Selena. Because that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, you not gonna do that. But Batman fans would never suggest that though. Batman fans would never suggest that. There's never going to be a good opportunity for that. There's never going to be good timing to age up Damien to be in a relationship with Selena. We're not going to age up Damien to be in a relationship with Barbara. No, we're not even trying to entertain Jason being in a relationship with Barbara. We as Batman fans. As Batman fans. We know we sit up there and look, we're not doing that. Matter of fact, as Batman fans, we're able to look at DC and say, hey, Jace out of Gotham. What you mean? You got Richard out of Gotham, so Richard can stand on his own, move to the Bloodhaven, so he can become relevant on his own. Yeah. Okay, we get Jace up out of Gotham, put him someplace else outside of Bruce, so he can become his own character outside of Bruce. So he ain't picking up Bruce's sloppy seconds. More shippers. Come on, yo.
What his name is?
More. Come on, yo. You weren't here. I don't even know how we doing that because we know Shorty don't like name. We don't like. She don't like more at all.
Is that his real name?
That's what Winston Duke called it in Black Panther 2.
What is his real name, baby?
Well, his real name in the comics is Namor McKenzie.
But what they call him?
They act like the dude is sub-Saharan. Call him more. He from Toloka. I don't know what Toloka is.
What is Toloka?
I have no damn idea. I don't know. I got Atlantis. We got Atlantis in our house.
I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna get you. What do you want to eat?
Well, no, I mean, whatever.
Whatever I get?
Whatever you get and creamer. Yeah, whatever you get. I'm good.
And who?
Creamer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, y'all.
We can't reveal the label because we're not sponsored. But yeah, French vanilla. They had the Fruity Pebbles, and I don't know what happened with that one. I'm so in my feelings. Cinnabon. Yeah, that's the one right there.
I'm trying to get you some Cinnabon.
Whatever y'all do not get rid of y'all Cinnabon flavor. Do not get rid of the Cinnabon flavor. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, Shorty don't like Namor. Come on, yo, you weren't here, and I was like, I need to see Shorty doing something. You okay? Well, T'Challa not in these movies? It's Shorty. Okay, well, she's Black Panther. So I should still give me some Black Panther stuff in this movie. Fighting side by side with more ain't it. No, I expect her to pull out a blade at some point in time. I'm sorry, Tanaka Werta, but you're going to have to take a blade to the chest. I'm expecting Shorty at some point in time to go dolo solo with God Emperor Doom. If we don't get that and a Black Panther fan ain't offended, just like folks be pulling black cards back, I'm going to start pulling Black Panther cards. You didn't get mad? It ain't got to be no Infinity Gauntlet. At the end, close to the end of the movie, Black Panther fans need to see Shorty and God Emperor Doom going dolo solo. And you need to see Shorty putting hands on him. And at some point in time, you need to see Shorty start cracking a smile after Vic think he didn't want everything. And she be like, no, I was just delaying you, waiting on Reed to handle that business. If you don't get that, you don't say nothing. Kamoyo said, by the way, my last dive was today. The doc cleared me, so I'm healed. Come on, somebody.
Wait, what did you say?
My brother good. My brother back to 100%. Doctor then cleared him. He said he took his last dive today. The doc cleared him, so he is healed. My brother Kamoyo is back to 100%. That means my brother can get back on the bicycles and make it do what it does, because my brother got 2 of them things. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Archie Lee, what's going on, big Archie?
Congratulations, brother. We love you.
The missus said congratulations. Steve said, what's up? Archie Lee says, I noticed that Killmonger has his own series. I know I'm late on this, but in that series, was Prey ever mentioned? I don't believe so. I know exactly who you're talking about. No, I don't believe so. I know we got what was the goddess name? Kaluna. We got a Kaluna. We got the 2 assassins that Eric kicked the bobo with. One of them was his lady that he deleted, right? We got some Bass. We got some T'Challa. I think we got some Kingpin. I think we got some claw. I don't think we got no prey. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Jermaine says, I just realized Moon Knight show did something similar by creating an original character, Layla, giving the scar. Yeah, they did. Sure did. Sure did. Was a male character in the comic books, but you know, I respect fandoms. They didn't have no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. I think the only problem Moon Knight fans had was why that dude wasn't declaring himself to be Jewish. Toussaint is an original character, period. No amount of gaslighting would change that. But I look at it like this. If they want Toussaint to be relevant, I'm not mad at that. Toussaint is not going to be a relevant character just staying in the MCU where he only shows up every 3 to 4 years. For Toussaint to be relevant, Toussaint is going to have to do what Harlequin did, what Harley did. He's going to have to go from the MCU over to the comic books. Not an alternate universe. No, he's going to have to be set right there in the 616. And fans, comic book fans, the same comic book fans, by and large, who rejected Tosin, the Wakandan, from John Ridley, it will be up to those comic book fans to accept Toussaint. Comic book fans aren't going to accept Toussaint if they try and shove Toussaint down their throat as the replacement for T'Challa. They didn't do it with Tosin. They're not going to do it here. And MCU fans, Black Panther fans, they don't read comic books like that. And it's no shade. They go above and beyond to tell you they don't read nor do they care about the comic books like that. So that character won't have any sustainability there. Now watch this one. When everybody talks about the height, the size of David Johnson, here's what I need folks to understand. You ain't got to like it, but when it comes to replicating superhero action figures from Marvel Legends, if they're from the MCU, you're gonna look like you look from the MCU. If you 5'9", you 5'9". If you slender, you're slender. They're not gonna alter that action figure for you. No, you're gonna look like David Johnson. So you're going to look like a smaller version of Black Panther. Don't think it's not a game. If you look at the Chadwick Boseman Black Panther action figure, and you look at the Eric Killmonger Golden Jaguar action figure, the Golden Jaguar action figure is bigger than the Black Panther action figure. And it makes sense because Michael B. Jordan was bigger than Chadwick Boseman. They didn't lie. They didn't lie at all. Tiana Paris action figure as Monica Rambeau is shaped like Tiana Paris. Brie Larson's action figure as Captain Marvel is shaped like Captain Marvel. Now watch this one because you think it's a game.
Hello, can you hear me?
Is it David Tyree Henry? Fastos? They didn't lie. That action figure looks and is shaped just like David Tyree Henry. That Shooty action figure that looks frail and small on the big screen is frail and small as an action figure, not even as big as her Marvel comic book counterpart. You say it don't matter. You just told me you don't buy action figures either. But now who is gonna buy that action figure? Who's gonna buy the undersized Black Panther action figure? That's what we need for him to be relevant. We need for him to pop in all mediums. Okay, well, that comic book, because how we doing this? He finna be the son of who? We finna say from an alternate reality? Okay, well, who you finna pair him with in the 616? With Aurora? Or are we finna bring Nakia back via the resurrection altar? Her and T'Challa get together, have Toussaint. We age up Toussaint and then de-age Aurora so that they can make that make sense. And this is what comic book fans gonna be looking at.
Can I have that, please? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This what comic book fans gonna be looking at. You ain't got to care as an MCU fan. I'm looking at it like this, because this is what this character needs to do to be relevant. We need a Black Panther video game. Because where did you see Harley Quinn at? Batman video games. Sure did. That's where you saw her at. She didn't even need the Joker to be over there. She could pull up by herself. Did she pull up art? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, you need Toussaint to pop up in a video game. Okay. You think that video game gonna do what it's supposed to do without T'Challa in it? That's his son. That's his son. You think he gonna do well in the comics and T'Challa ain't got no ongoing monthly? That's how we got to see Harley Quinn all the damn time. She would show up in Bruce's ongoing monthly, sometimes with the Joker, sometimes without the Joker. These are valid problems in regards to making this character relevant. And you say you want the character to be relevant. I don't mind the character from Wakanda. So I'll buy the action figure. But now, just because I buy the action figure don't mean he gonna be Toussaint. No. They make a Toussaint action figure. I'm telling you right now, that will not be Toussaint in my house. That'll be Azara. I already got the Aurora action figure. I already got Black Panther. It's easy to get a bald head sculpt for a young man. Pop off David Johnson's head sculpt if they bother to give us an unmasked version of him. And all of a sudden, I got Azara. I won't be the only one doing that. That don't make him relevant. Because no action figure collector will be talking about him. So if he's not in the video games, he's not in the comic books, he's not in the animation, he's not relevant. I'm sorry. He's not relevant. You don't know enough to talk to keep him relevant. He don't have stories of his own where you can do comic book reviews or have watch parties and everything like that, where you talk about the many stories about this character. He won't be relevant. What he will be seen as is what too many people are interpreting him as. It's just a weak replacement for T'Challa. That don't make that character relevant. And I'm saying that as somebody who had to convince to customize Tosin as an action figure, because he didn't like the character because of the writer. And I was like, the character ain't got nothing to do with the writer. Nothing. Let's see here. Archie says, if T'Challa is dead, then the wisdom is already passed down, so no need to mention. It would show through what the current Panther encounters, etc. Archie, I'm gonna ask you a question. A son, because I still mention my mother. My mother died when I was 14. I've majored in creative writing. In what sense does it make that this kid who essentially never met his father doesn't talk about him? When this child does become the Black Panther and they go to the Djalia, the first Black Panther that should come out that tree to give that child a hug is his father. We know that. You do that your damn self. And if you got, and I don't know, so I don't want to assume, but if you got a good relationship with your parents and everything like that, and your parents preceded you like that, like Toussaint, and you in the Djalia, you go running to them. And they go running to you. Arms out wide for that hug. You know it and I know it. So when we say certain stuff, I ask myself sometimes, do we really think about what we just said? I'm gonna keep going. Archie Lee, that's not how it works. The only Panther that had inherited the knowledge was T'Challa, right? And the knowledge really, Buckmeister, which is why I don't chase rabbit holes, the knowledge has nothing to do with it. Because we're saying Toussaint is what all of a sudden? The king of the dead? No, he's not. So I'm not even going to entertain that. There only been one king of the dead, canon-wise, is T'Challa. So T'Challa would be the only one to know what every other Panther previously to him knew. T'Chaka didn't have that ability. Sion didn't have that ability. Shuri didn't have that ability, right? So it ain't just willy-nilly something passed on. No, you have to be anointed by Bast as the king of the dead. And we have canon to state that. So to say the child, no, and since dad died before the kid was, there's no story, there's no lessons for dad to teach the kid. It's just topical ships by the P brains. Word, yeah. There ain't no way of doing that. Shorty swung on Naaman with like half a suspicion. Yep. Yeah, and she still want that smoke. Actually, yeah, they can read up on the past Panthers, but T'Challa has a direct connection to the absolutely. And this is why having lives like this matters. This is why reading matters, because while we're not looking for the one for one, Batman fans know what's in the comics and what's not, regardless of whether they live action fans or not. They interact with one another, they heed one another, they listen to one another. You got folks that read Batman comic books, get video game advice on how to play Arkham Asylum from the Batman video games. They work in tandem. It's over here. I'm telling you, I'm looking at this thing real aki, like I'm like, because I know for a fact, if you black and you a fan of a white character and you participate in that fandom, to a degree, you moving differently over here. You moving differently over here to a degree. If you say you got an issue with T'Challa, you're moving differently with this IP. And I'm sorry, the IP that is Black Panther is synonymous with T'Challa. It's his 60th anniversary. We moving differently over here. I want to know why. I want to know why. And when I keep doing lives and I keep talking to folks on social media, I don't get the why. And I'm not for the arguing, and I'm not for chasing rabbit trails. I still ain't got the why. Kind of like when I asked this question, what superhero could I be? If Aaron Pierre is too light-skinned, what superhero could I be? Based on how they look in the comic books. Jermaine says BP3 finna be about Namor. Wakanda Dark Roast Coffee. We need that. I like that. I'm gonna have to change the label up. I like that right there. Wakanda Dark Roast Coffee. It's got a splash of vibranium in it. What? No. Wakanda Roast Coffee. Each cup has a splash of that heart-shaped herb in it. We gonna work on that. I like that though, Steve. I like that. Thank you, fam. Love y'all too. Yeah, man. Hey man. What'd you say, bruh? Ain't that what you call me? Brother? You said that. We here for one another. Yeah. It did it again. Every time I try to comment, come on, yo, these characters pop up. Killmonger needs a massive rework. He does. And we working on that on our channel. We brought Eric back into the fold and everything like that. Y'all check out that video, action figure, fan fiction video, where we got Eric coming back to the family, because we're not going to leave that brother out there like that. No, we're going to start his whole redemption arc, started right here on the channel. I ain't saying, I'm just saying with DOB. Yeah, right here. Yeah, Grand Madam, that's definitely weird. Killmonger stole Jakara's story. I low-key want to, because I get what you're saying, but ain't nobody go Goo Gaga over Jakara, and Jakara ain't look physically fit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody like Jakara. And then we get the Three Musketeers pulling up on Jakara. Four Musketeers. 4. We get the, see what I'm saying? We get the four Black Musketeers pulling up on Jakara and making it do what it gonna do. That's a nice story. Could have got that in Eyes of Wakanda. T'Challa not there. Yeah, it's quite a few stories that ain't got T'Challa in them that we could actually use, but then because they always related to T'Challa, we don't want to tell them story. I like that though. You got me with something like that. Killmonger, the whole Jakara reference. And for those that do not know, Jakara is T'Challa's older half brother. We ain't seen him since the 70s. I don't remember seeing him since the 70s. He kind of looked like a soft pink version of the Thing. Yeah, T'Chaka is his dad. Yeah, he exposed himself to raw vibranium, and it mutated him and everything like that. And made him go loco. So he was attracted to the vibranium mine, and he reached the vibranium mine, it would blew up the world. So they stopped him. But T'Challa, his cousins or sister, heavy set. I love how in Black Panther, Wakanda, we show some love to thick sisters. We got the sister, we got the nerd, we got the race car driver, and we got the other dude that looked like he just rich and everything. Man, see? This is what I be talking about right here. I love that. Let me see. I assume we won't see T'Challa going from Black Panther 3 and onwards, right? Let them tell it. They gonna try and swing this like that's T'Challa, and I'm gonna be like, okay, so if that's T'Challa, so what? So if that's T'Challa, what happened to Toussaint? Because I heard that today. Oh no, they're going to be making this T'Challa, the T'Challa going forward, and it's going to come from a variant Wakanda. Okay, what we finna do with Toussaint? Because what that mean? Are we finna have? Is David Johnson finna be the father of Toussaint? Because I ain't heard about no recast of the character that played Toussaint. This is why I don't be listening to folks. Let me see. I believe Toussaint will be an Elseworld character. No, me, I don't go off nothing till I hear it from the baseball cap. I got no problem, David, just who he's playing. Understood. Black Panther says with. Black Panther says will. I got no problem, just who, yeah, I feel you. What's going on, Percy? What's going on? Percy said he believe he's gonna be from a Elseworld. Meister said you are so right about Jakar and Killmonger. Feel that? Now tell him, and Aurora will be much older than Toussaint unless they magically age him to be the same age as her. But if Sadie Jean Grey is grown by now, then so is Aurora. So what they about to do with Toussaint? I don't know what they got going on. You see the rumors, the speculation, the innuendo. Okay, first he playing Toussaint, T'Challa Jr. That's the announcement. Okay, well we want to put Aurora in Black Panther 3. Okay, all right, cool. You hear folks, fans start shipping them two together. Oh, that's gonna be so beautiful. Oh, Toussaint and Aurora, T'Challa and Aurora. That is not T'Challa. Stop saying that. That is Toussaint. Wait a minute, hold on. We trying to do some damage. Some media damage, some spin doctrine. Oh no, that's not Toussaint. He's gonna be playing a T'Challa variant. Okay. So he's gonna be playing a T'Challa variant, right? Okay, all right. So by the time we get to Black Panther 3, he's a variant T'Challa. Okay, all right. And you're gonna put Aurora in there. Yeah, okay. What's going on with Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia and Toussaint, because that's a plot hole sitting right there. So he coming over as a variant, okay? You gonna have him in love with Aurora off the rip? Nakia not gonna feel no time. I mean, she gonna know that's not her T'Challa, but she not gonna look at that T'Challa and still feel some type of way. And the question of the day is what we gonna do with Toussaint, because that means he's still sitting there. We gonna delete him doing Secret Wars? Damn, that's tough. we gonna have, wait a minute, we gonna have David Johnson's T'Challa get with Lupita Nyong'o. That's crazy, because that's never mind. Because I don't do that. That's we gonna have David Johnson's T'Challa get with Lupita Nyong'o's Nakia, and Toussaint is gonna get aged up to be with Aurora. I'm trying to make it work. I'm just trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it work. So we're gonna have David Johnson get with Lupita Nyong'o, and we're gonna age up Toussaint so that T'Challa and Toussaint and Nakia, are we gonna get Nakia and T'Challa married? Are they gonna get married in Black Panther 3 if this is what we're doing? Anyway, we're gonna have Nakia and David Johnson's T'Challa get married. And for what we doing with Shuri? Anyway, for some unknown reason, Toussaint, not David Johnson, Toussaint. So we're gonna bring in another actor, which is crazy because I ain't heard no casting news. We're gonna bring in another actor to be aged up as Toussaint to get with Aurora. So we're gonna have Toussaint and Aurora as a couple, and we're gonna have Nakia and T'Challa together as a couple. I'm gonna keep going. Holy snap, you just broke my brain. As for gaming, if they don't make one exactly like Comic Zone, then I'm a pad. Facts. Every time I ask this question, I get crickets. That's from Meister. Meister, questions like that breaks their reality. They don't want to face all the time. Archie said, yeah, because there's relic. Yeah. Archie's wrong. There's only one king of the dead. T'Challa is the only one who, only one. There's a stopping point on this end. Yeah, we got it. In the Flashpoint movie, they gave you a CGI Christopher Reeve, but they can't give you a CGI. See, us Superman fans, we knew why we got that, so we didn't trip. We knew why we got that, and we didn't trip. I said it's Superman fans. I don't think the Black Panther fans ready for that. I don't think they can deal with that. I don't, and I ain't even gonna. Now tell him said Jakar showed up in the Rise of the Black Panther story short run, and that was the last we seen him. T'Challa and Aurora left him in the volcano. You right. You right. I remember that story. You right. Aurora wasn't written like no victim in that story either, was she? No, sure wasn't. She wasn't written like no damsel in distress. No, sure wasn't. It's crazy. That's what happened when you read and you keep up with stuff. Sound like you're a comic book fan, I tell him. But apparently he's still alive. Maybe. Possibility. He was in Rise of the Panther. Yeah, similar to the Robert Pattinson Batman in the DCEU. Time will tell, though. Yes, it will, Percy. You are absolutely right. This story doesn't make sense. I mean, it's some stuff I just ain't got to go through as a Black Panther fan, because I like all of them. I ain't mad at none of them. Even King Zentrum. I ain't mad at him. I ain't even mad at Ndozi for turning on Wakanda. I ain't mad at Hunter. I like all them characters. I do. I likes me some Wakabi. I likes me some Taku. And I like even reformed cats like Horatio. I do. But see, that's me though. And I don't want to speak for nobody else. I likes me some Shorty. I do. I think we could do something with Toussaint. How we setting this up is crazy as hell to me. I know what the easiest solution is. The easiest solution would be to just recast T'Challa. Right? Since we ain't got no body, right? Since we got a whole resurrection altar, right? There's workarounds this if we want to, and you need a win. You need to win real good. Real bad. You do. Okay, well, there's one way out of this. It's some great writing. You're not going to want to do it, though. You're not. You can have David Johnson be T'Challa. If you saying he come from an alternate Earth, that's fine. You're going to need to age up Toussaint. You're going to need to. Or you can keep him right there. You can. You can bring over this young lady that's going to play Aurora and everything like that. Nakia and T'Challa aren't married. You didn't do that in Black Panther 2. So you can have it very well in Black Panther 3. If Aurora is supposed to be from Wakanda, you say David Johnson is T'Challa from a variant Earth. But when we combine all the realities and everything, he is the 1999's Black Panther. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, Nakia not going to be able to deal with him having eyes for Aurora. So now you get to write Nakia like she was written when Christopher Priest had her. Love lost, rejected, narcissist, sadistic, homicidal. Yeah, you can do that. And you say you got Denzel Washington, so you're gonna have to play this real fast in this movie. Because what we living with about an hour and a half. Yeah, you can get Denzel Washington as Akibe, and low key, you could make it where Nakia starts turning towards Akibe. You can have it where Akibe is like a preacher in Wakanda, and Nakia starts falling for his verbiage, which starts turning T'Challa off and everything like that, because he senses something different with Akibe. You can have him and Aurora partnering up to get to the bottom of it, right? And in them getting to the bottom of it, they start developing feelings towards one another, and Nakia starts slowly and slowly, more so and more so, turning to the dark side because of what Akibe, played by the award-winning, critically acclaimed Denzel Washington, is doing to her mentally and physically. You turn Nakia into malice. That's what you do. You turn Nakia into malice. You can still have Toussaint though, and he could be going out of his mind with his mother changing, which could kind of pull him closer to his dad, a la Damian Wayne, because Talia kind of off her rocker too, right? And so he stays right there. He's got his mother, she's off her rocker. He's got his dad, and he's got a new mother figure. But you ain't got to listen to me though. And that would have everybody and their mama happy. You get to keep Toussaint. You get to keep T'Challa. Inject some interest in Nakia as a character, because right now her character is kind of stale. Yeah, you get to inject something in that, and that gives you something to do with Shorty. Yeah, we might be able to go ahead and slide her on over to being the griot. Yeah, we sure can. One timeline makes everyone a variant. Like, people get paid millions to write nonsense. They do. Oh, let's see here. Funny Nate and Ryan wasted all this time fronting like Nakia was Aurora without power. Now the real deal is coming. You always plan for the future, right? That's if Nakia survived Doomsday. He ain't even no reason for her to even be mentioned. Show up in Doomsday. It ain't. I didn't need to see M'Baku in Doomsday. I didn't. But now, all that being said, what we finna do with Shorty? Because like I said, if I don't see her do something similar to what her brother did in this whole storyline, well, I ain't gonna watch the movie. But for those who call themselves Black Panther fans and they finna go see this, if you don't see Shorty doing anything remotely similar to what her brother did in these two storylines, I'm gonna look at you suspect going forward. Don't say nothing else to me about I don't like women, or I'm narcissistic. I'm gonna say, oh, I'm misogynistic, or I'm not doing that no more. Not doing that. Let's see here. I think BP3 will take place well after Secret Wars via time jump. That's fair. What type of story are we looking at? That's all I'm looking at. What type of story are we looking at? Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And last I checked, well, I feel like they'll make Shorty a variant as a BP. Damn. Why would we do that? Like, why would we make her a variant BP? But hey, I'm not writing this. It's not that Shorty ain't like T'Challa, honestly. That Namor fight was underwhelming. It was because of how small and frail the actress is. They want you to suspend some believability. I can. I absolutely can. As a person that loves fiction, I can suspend some stuff. You asking me to believe a lot. I think that's why we didn't get her and Winston Duke throwing hands at the end of the movie. Because who finna believe that? Ain't nobody finna believe that. You want me to believe? Stop. I want to. I do. I want to, but I can't. I want to. I want to, but I don't believe she throwing around this dude that looked like he could throw me around. I don't believe that. I don't want it, but I feel like the MCU would do that because they know they gypped her out of Black Panther. Man, they better shift her into the griot. But then again, hey, do we? This when I ask, do we really feel like Black Panther? Because let me see if I got this right. In Black Panther 1, we got Swahili 2 in 2022. We don't speak not one word of them languages here in America. We ain't even trying to learn. We ain't, okay? But we'll speak Spanish. We perfectly fine being taught Spanish, French, Japanese, and everything like that. But God forbid, learn a language on our own from the motherland, or why we not being taught any one of them languages from the motherland. Never mind. Then we get this griot. We in America. Some of us have spent time with our great grandparents, and we don't know what a griot is. We don't even appreciate the significance of what a griot is, considering we didn't spend time with our great grandparents. That's crazy. Stay with me. The fact that in Black Panther 2, somebody said, my name is Toussaint, but I'm T'Challa Jr. Well, when we start using juniors in Africa, but the Black Panther movies were culturally impactful. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Exciting, fun to look at, something that featured your favorite superhero. But when something is culturally impactful, it shifts, changes the culture. That culture don't go back. We never fell in love with Wakanda like we claim. That is the biggest lie that's out there. Black Panther 2 were not culturally impactful. They weren't even culturally significant. That's not the movie's fault. That's the fans' fault. We didn't move like it. And the fact that we're split right now as a fandom tells you every damn thing you need to know about whether or not those movies were culturally impactful. We learned at the end of Black Panther that the nation stood together. We're divided. We're divided. In Black Panther 2, we saw a nation come together once again. And folks like to use terms like tether baby and everything like that. Okay, big joker plate little joker. Riri Williams is an African-American sister. She went to go aid her brothers and sisters in an African nation. Now what? And the brothers from that African nation, especially the sisters, fought to defend that African-American sister from being deleted. Why you want to bump your gums and run your mouth and everything like that? Crazy how I can point to fiction. I said I can do this all day. I can do this all day. No, neither one of those movies were culturally impactful. They were entertaining and fun to look at, and it's the fandom's fault. The people that movie was supposed to represent don't treat it like it's culturally impactful. The fans who were supposed to be excited, if not inspired by that movie, they don't even like that movie was culturally impactful. Two movies where we're supposed to see a people coming together. That should be the underlying message. And as a fandom of both movies, we're divided. Make it make sense. Makes none. I gotta go, but it's recast T'Challa until T'Challa is recast all day, every day, twice on Sunday. D. Steven says fake blurs barking up the wrong tree like Maya too light skinned, she isn't, and Davis British. That's a non-factor, and the least of this character's problem. Come on, somebody, talk your talk. Talk your talk. Harama Fall says need 3 Black Panther 3 Metrovania games with T'Challa as the main character for all 3. I wish. Low Key Chaos says the first one for me as a fan and being connected with our ancestors was a great importance to me, but BP2 kind of shifted for the worse. It did, and I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Staying connected, like everybody else is able to do. Yeah, I'm right there with you, and I agree more. If you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. And those who don't remember the past are damn sure doomed to repeat it. Well, I want to learn. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, listen them out. Thank y'all so much. This live tonight was about why do we dislike T'Challa? What has T'Challa done to deserve so much dislike? We're Black Panther fans. As I stated earlier, we can be mad at certain fans, but let's be mad at the fans. The character has done nothing to you. And if we're Black Panther fans, we're supposed to see relevance in all these characters. And like somebody said, the quickest way to kill a man's legacy is to stop telling his story. Well, what happens to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman and the legacy of T'Challa if we stop telling the damn story? We forget. Well, y'all call me the griot for a reason. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. And remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, whether we agree or disagree, whether we like one another or we don't like one another. Listen, folks come out the same womb and don't get along and don't always agree. What we doing? I still wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and soul. We out.